This is the solution for yourself, right? So, straight off, first question: what do you do in your free time? On your free time, you should be evaluating extra things, extra stuff that you can do in order for you to be much more productive instead of you being busy, scrolling down on social media, or just doing anything in general, right? Wasting your time is basically saying that, hey man, I'm not prioritizing on what I'm doing right now. I'm not prioritizing on my growth. I'm not prioritizing on myself. And whenever you waste time, typically you have to start training your mind to give you this unsubconscious signals like, hey man, we need to get closer to our goal. Hey man, we need to do something right now, right? If your mind doesn't give you any of those signs whenever you're laying down, whenever you're just relaxing or chilling, it's because you haven't worked enough. It's because you're probably not doing enough, right? And there's always a difference between being productive and being busy. At the end of the day, like, being busy just means that you're being busy without you growing, right? You're being busy just by other stuff, right? On your external circumstances. But being productive is becoming, focusing on your own routine, focusing on your own habits, right? So that's what I'm trying to get at. What is specialized on being productive instead of you being busy on things that you shouldn't be busy from, or you have to do, right? Unless you really have to do them, if that makes sense, right? And also, what do you mostly think about, right? What do you mostly think about? What are your thoughts throughout the whole day? Like, what are you mostly thinking about? Are you just thinking about money? Are you thinking about business? Are you thinking about females? Are you thinking about clubs, partying? Are you thinking about your friends? Like, what are you thinking about, right? And this kind of just affects on how you go your day by day, on how you control your own thoughts or what you think more normally, right? Because it just kind of programs on what you actually, your purpose on your whole day. If you're thinking about females, that's basically what you're referring to now, right? That's what your most of the focus is. You're not even focusing on what you're doing, you're just focusing on girls, right? Or you're focusing on partying, right? You're over here looking for the best parties ever, or you're looking forward to partying because I guess you love partying, right? Since you're thinking about it so much. So if you have these things where you're thinking about other stuff that shouldn't be mattered, automatically you have to replace that. I'd replace that into the things that shouldn't be mattering. Things like getting my dream car, getting my business done, getting the money goal that I should have, right? So you can at least improvise on that and change your whole mentality, right? So also one thing that can actually fix this is your habits. Your habits need to be changing, right? You need to be different. You need to do your habits, right? Your habits have to be in alignment on who you are or what you're trying to do and the things that are gonna get you better day by day, right? So these things, like, let's say for example you want to become a rapper, you have to focus on your lyrics. You have to focus on your beats. You have to focus on your flow, like things like that come to a sense. If you're a rapper or you want to become like a singer or whatever, you need to do stuff that follow that concept, right? Follow those stuff that follow that concept so you can be better and just keep overflowing with a lot of ideas and a lot of creativity, right? So that's exactly why habits are so important, because whenever you have sort of habits, it basically puts you locked in. It locks you back in, right? And also, what do you eat? Nah, for real. Like, what do you eat day by day? Like, do you eat your mom's cooking? Do you eat fast food? Do you cook your own food? Like, what are you eating the whole day, right? And a lot of people don't think this is important, but it really is, right? You have to know what you're putting inside your stomach. Whenever you keep eating food from the outside, which is fast food, you don't even know what's in there. There's a lot of stuff that's in there that, like, I can mention a lot, but you're probably not gonna understand. There's a lot of things that basically make you have a burden, make you have a self disadvantage whenever you eat these fast foods, man. This fast food is they're grimy. They make you feel like lazy, and it's really addictive, right? It's really addictive, and it comes to a point where the more you eat it, the more non-full you feel because of the chemicals they put it, right? The food digests so fast. That's why exactly when you eat fast food, it automatically makes you feel full like in the first 2 hours, and then later on it makes you feel hungry again. So you can go get it again, right? So you have to know what you're eating, right? And also, who are your friends? Like, what are your friends about? Like, what do they do? What do they think? How do they work? Like, what do they do? What's their idea on themselves, right? So your friends are also a good matter in this because you have to know if these people are realistically gonna be there for you to the end, right? Ask yourself the question, right? Do you see yourself being with them in the end of the day? Do you see yourself succeeding with them? Do you see them yourself succeeding with them into like, yeah, successful, or y'all working towards your business, right? And pretty much, you know who I'm talking about, right? Those type of friends. Those type of friends that you shouldn't be hanging around with. Those friends that being in bad influence. Those friends that don't even give you the right advice or give you the right ideas for yourself, right? Because at the end of the day, let's say for example, you're over here growing, your friends are right here, like they're not growing or they're not developing, they're gonna bring you down. No matter what, they're always gonna bring you down. That's how it works. They're always gonna put you back into that self, right? So also, one thing also, right? You gotta have a mentor. You have to have a mentor. Who's your mentor? Who's that person that you're investing on that's already been successful, that's already been, adjusted as the person who he is? Who's that person that's giving you that advice, that free plan, that creativity, right? That you need to follow someone that actually already made it and, has at least receipts or has something to back it off, because if you're not receiving any feedback from anybody who already made it, then basically you're just doing this on subconsciously, and it's better being guided than just doing stuff than you're being lost, right? And it comes to a sense where you have to have this knowledge, right? The reason why I'm saying this, you have to get a mentor, is because he's gonna make sure you don't complete the same mistakes that he did, right? At the end of the day, you're still gonna be mistakes, right? You're still gonna make mistakes, but you're gonna make your own mistakes. You're not gonna make his mistakes. You're gonna make your own mistakes, right? So what I'm trying to say is that either way, you need someone that is gonna provide you the information in an easier way for you to become who you want to be, right? So you have to know who you look up to. You have to know who you influence. You have to know who you listen to and who you follow from, right? You can't follow people who are not in alignment with what you're trying to do. You can't talk to a boxer if you want to become a rapper, right? You can talk to a basketball player if you want to become a volleyball player. You know what I'm saying? So you have to make sure who you look up to, right? And that mentor has to be someone that clearly enough has succeeded on the things that you want to do. And also, what are your goals, right? You have to have goals here, right? And the goals, like, you have to know that you have to put them as something realistic. When you put something realistic as something that you're capable of right now, it's gonna make the levels just go up much higher, right? Once you complete this goal, perfect. Go to the next one. Once you complete the other goal, perfect. Just go and keep growing, right? That's how basically a lot of people keep developing as much as possible and following their tracks, because they know what they're doing and they know their own status, right? So your goals has to be something that's specific, and also something that you know that you're capable of, right? And also, this goals has to follow through with your dreams, right? With your dreams. Your dreams are as much as important as your own goals. What are your dreams? What do you truly want to do have? And you have to be so specific with this, because this is kind of also like aligning you with the things that you truly do want to have around you, right? The dream is the thing that you're actually going to accomplish. So what's the dream here, man? What's the thing that you're going to accomplish here? What's the thing that's going to make you move? It's going to make you change, right? So also, the mentality, man. Your mentality has to change. Your mentality has to be disciplined. Start going to the gym. Start reading books. Start reading books at least 2 pages a day. And then keep moving forward, right? And learn how to be disciplined by taking your own time. Taking your own time instead of you rushing and just multitasking. No. Just take your time with every single step, with every single goal, with everything that you do, in order for you to be much more efficient and be much more focused and much more improvised, right? Because the goal here is for you to be improvised, not for you to be underproductive and inefficient, right? And also, one thing also, like, what makes you happy? Like, what does truly make you happy? What are the things that give joy to you? What are the things that enlighten you? What are the things that give you passion, right? What are the things that are gonna make you feel like, like you're the king of the world, or just full in life, right? You have to know what you want, and you know, the solution is simply enough that be aware of your own life. Be aware of your own life, and be surrounded with a lot of wins. A lot of wins. You don't take L's, right? When you're processing, when you're in the process of growing, in the process of getting better, you are not dying. You're growing, man. But yeah, Free Fatal Saga. Let's leave the animation expansion with some new game, and let's implement it into the real world. Let's get it.